Melania Trump hosts special guest at White House, liberals furious to see who it is. The left isn't too happy today after First Lady Melania Trump hosted a special guest at the White House and even took them into the Oval Office. After seeing who her visitor was, the left became unhinged, and their reaction speaks volumes. Liberals seem to be focused on attacking President Donald Trump in any way they can these days. Seeing how the investigation into so-called Russian collusion and their desperate attempts at gun control have both failed, it's time to go back to what they do best, whining. Unfortunately, we've seen proof that this is still the case as recently as yesterday. After Melania Trump invited a special someone to the White House, the left has lost their collective mind yet again. In fact, there are a few pictures, showing the guest in the Oval Office, that have caused liberals to become unhinged. Of course, they immediately went on the attack like a vicious mob, all the while throwing a tantrum like children. As the world has seen for the past several weeks, the left has recruited the help of the children who survived the Florida school shooting. Electing to feature only those who were anti-gun and openly calling for gun control, it was clear that they were using these kids as political props. This was exposed when they turned away those who could hurt the gun control narrative. Too bad for liberal networks like CNN and MSNBC, some of the kids they turned away have managed to capture quite a bit of the spotlight anyway. Take, for instance, Colton Hogg, a junior ROTC student who exposed CNN for scripting questions set to be asked at the town hall with Marco Rubio. However, he's not alone. In fact, Kyle Kashuv has recently begun to make waves after he called out CNN's favorite little pet, David Hogg. Calling Hogg extremely counterproductive, Kashuv ripped into his classmate on live television. The president calls Hogg, and it shows he wants to make a change, and you're talking about bipartisan change, and the one man who leads our nation comes to you and says let's do something, let's make it happen. And you hang up on him? Kashuv said, according to Fox News. You hang up on him and brag about it on national television? It's extremely counterproductive, Kashuv furthered while speaking with Martha McCallum. That's not all the attention that Kyle Kashuv has been getting. In fact, he was most recently invited to the White House. While there, he spent some time with Melania Trump, who, eventually, even took him on a tour of the Oval Office and to meet with President Donald Trump. As one would imagine, Kashuv was more than excited and has since posted a few pictures on social media, which were also seen on Mail Online. Was so great meeting at FLOTUS and at POTUS at real Donald Trump. They're true patriots. Thank you at Kellyanne Polls, I owe you the world, he tweeted with the images. Even Melania Trump shared some images and a video from their exchange as well. Wonderful to meet at Kyle Kashuv today. His message of unity is one we should all share. Thank you for visiting us at the White House and hope you enjoyed your surprise meeting with at POTUS. Wishing you much success at the Reach Out app, she wrote. Heartened to see children affected by tragedy using their voices to try and create change. Wonderful to meet and speak with Stoneman Douglas High School student at Kyle Kashuv today at the White House. His message of unity inspires us all. #strong, she added in another tweet. Sadly, that was about the time the left attacked. Coming out of the woodwork, they whined about the visit and hypocritically accused President Trump, Melania, and even the GOP of using kids for political purposes. Yes, inviting David Hogg to anything and everything is okay, but giving Kyle Kashuv a voice is condemned as politicizing the situation. Displaying their ignorance, one Twitter user even wrote, I see that the conservative student from Douglas gets to meet with you guys, but not so much any of the other students who are actually asking for change to our gun laws. Why am I not surprised? And rap blood money never again. Someone should remind them that David Hogg was invited to meet with Donald Trump. He hung up on the president and bragged about it, remember? Some responses from the left were so bad that Twitter didn't just delete the comments, they even temporarily banned the people who wrote them entirely. These complainers either conveniently forgot or hope that we don't know about the fact that David Hogg won't speak to President Trump. They want to say that Trump is playing favorites, But he's not the one parading children in front of cameras, helping them spew his agenda. That's CNN when it comes to kids like Hogg. All Trump wanted to do was take a little time out of his busy day to meet with a brave survivor of a school shooting, and that's what he did. No politics. No bragging. No scripted rants. Just time spent together. The fact that anyone would have anything bad to say about this just goes to show the disgusting bias plaguing our country right now. The left needs to take a good hard look in the mirror. If they think that President Donald Trump was using this kid as a political prop, they clearly can't see what their own liberal media is doing to children, and it's rather disgusting.